frozen. Frozen.
I'm over here. Brennan, help him.
He's just gonna drop it.
Did I do that?
No, you didn't do that.
I thought.
You do what?
Oh man, I thought my metachlorian count got higher. I've been working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Putting more metachlorians in my body, eating less calories.
What we need to do right now is like find a slow, natural transition into podcast land.
Okay.
Do
So
you know how to do? Is there a train that we take?
yeah, it's called the. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Drop Podcast. We are 1747 Express.
It's a pretty long.
It's a
name.
train that
Pretty long name. What's
It's
the
not
acronym of that train? Too long. All right. Hey, I'm Brad.
W. Okay, so we're at Hugh so far.
He's Brennan. He's gonna be preoccupied for the first 10 minutes doing that.
Oh, double T.
Okay.
So it'd be double T.
And you've broken Bunny off of it.
Hugh Dip.
You're really leaving me on my own here. I got a van.
Hugh Dip. Hugh Dip Express.
Hugh Dip Express.
Hugh Tip Dip Express.
There was a number in there.
Dip Express.
Where's the number? You said 1747.
1747. Whatever. You can't acronym that unless you do
1
1S or OS FS. Fuck that.
So what's up? Hi.
Oh man,
What's going on, guys?
not a lot.
It's been a while.
I haven't been here forever and a day, so.
And a day.
And a day.
At least one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how long that is? Forever and a day?
So that sounds like
24
you've been up
hours.
to a lot. At least 24
Yeah.
hours.
At least 24 hours and forever. It's a long time.
Reminds
So
me
welcome
of,
back.
Thanks.
of a lovely
appreciate it.
ballad. Friends will be friends till the end of the end. That's forever and a day.
Oh, we
That
sound
was the
great.
connection.
Oh,
Sound great.
Yeah.
okay.
Should start a new podcast where we just sing.
Just sing?
Where we just sound great the entire time.
You want to just make it this one right now? No?
No, I'm not prepared. I need
Oh.
to prepare. I need
Right,
to
we need the lemon tea.
yeah, I need to do the whole Sound of Music thing. The doe, a deer, a female
Oh, I thought you meant
deer.
like the thing where you go out into a field and like spin around for a bunch.
Obviously, I'm in the field while doing this.
Okay,
There's-
good. I was
Not if I'm, what, am I just singing that dumbass song in my apartment? No.
Oh man, yeah. It's been a while since we've podcasted in general with this new format. Doing it all in a
Condensed format.
yeah.
Condensed format.
But we're here to talk about
Us.
Literally,
Whatever
yeah,
you want,
just stuff.
yeah, drop.
Just stuff.
what's going on
Stuff and things.
with you.
With me?
With you.
I play a lot of video games.
Okay.
Yeah, I do podcasting when you guys ask me to. Other than that, I do nerdy stuff like play video games for 6 hours a day.
Like, what have you been playing?
What do you think I've been playing?
For the people who don't know.
Disappointment game.
Excuse me, tech? You want to fuck off?
Alex is upset because I spend 6 hours a day playing Destiny, and he has an issue with it because he doesn't see the point in it.
What do you do in Destiny? Like,
I raid
at
a
this
lot.
point?
I raid a lot. I raided 6 times this week on the Vault of Glass.
Okay, but isn't there... Isn't there, like, a weekly reset on the raids, though? So, like,
Yeah, and this
after the
week-
first time you raid, you're not getting anything.
No, you're still getting stuff. You can do this. There's 4 raids, and you have 3 characters, and you can take your character into each raid. And then after that character's been used, they don't get anything else, but you can bring them into the other raids too, and then each character gets stuff from each raid.
So
you
can you just do any of the raids at any time, or is there a
Yeah.
weekly reset on that shit? Where like
You can
Vault
do-
of Glass is the raid for this week.
Well, there's this is turning into a video game podcast.
Oh, I'm giving you like 40 seconds.
Okay.
Before I give you a hard cutoff.
For the way that they did it now for the Age of Triumph reset they did was every week there's what's called the weekly raid, which it will be either the Vault of Glass, King's Fall, the There's children
Fucking
outside.
kids. Shut up! Hey, shut up! Alright, cool, it worked.
We can cut that out in editing. Hopefully.
Oh, I looked right into their souls.
So there's the Vault of Glass, there's Crota's End, King's Fall, and the Wrath of the Machine. And you can do those raids every week, no matter how much, you've done already and how many times you want to. The only difference is there's a weekly featured raid, and this last week it was the Vault of Glass, and it just means that there are challenges activated.
Okay.
So, like, for the Vault of Glass...
So there's one raid in the spotlight and the rest
Yeah, and
Okay.
those challenges are active, and you get special things for doing those challenges. So, like, for Crota's End, no one can hold the sword more than once. Like, you have to hold... Like, each person who hits Crota with the sword can only hit him one time.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And then the hardest one to do is this week's, which is King's Fall, because there's 3 challenges instead of 2. So, there's a lot of that. And I ran Atheon, the Vault of Glass raid 6 times this week, and then ran Crota twice yesterday. And so it's been a lot of raiding, and then, yeah, I play a lot of video games, and then work very little, so.
Nice.
That's all I do, pretty much. And that and see movies, and sometimes watch television. I'm a very, indoorsy kind of person.
Brennan, you've been working more now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started a new job at this coffee factory. Basically, it's a lot like the I Love Lucy scene, where they're, putting sushi into the thing and then sending it off. Like, I'm literally at a conveyor belt. And we're back on the same shit again today. It's like the same coffee brand where it's just put 6 of the fucking K-cups into a cup, send it down. Real crazy shit. Absolutely insane. Off at 4 every day. It's phenomenal. My old job, I go in at 2 and come out whenever the fuck, so it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And with traffic and everything today, me and Alex found a cool workaway. If you go actually the opposite direction of the apartment here, it takes you way faster as opposed to going through Tukwila, that busy ass intersection where fucking the Costco is and shit. That gets backed up by 4 intersections, but we just took a right and bypassed it all. Felt like a goddamn king.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. other than that, not too much. I've had some bad experiences driving lately again. Just
wasn't the last time?
I think the last time's where I told the story of where I hit the traffic cone.
Yeah.
Which, granted, was totally my fault. This one, we were coming back from Kyle's place, and this motherfucker oversized... First of all, we're chilling in the carpool lane. It's back-to-back traffic. And this fucking cop behind, 2 cars behind, crime happens, so he turns on a siren. Everyone ahead of him has to, squeeze into the other lane so he can fucking get by. And before I can get back into the carpool lane, this oversized truck, carrying an oversized load a bit down, decides he starts wanting to merge. I look to the carpool lane, that's just backed up, and he's fucking merging. I'm being enclosed. So I had to fucking cut off this van who cut me off earlier, and we've exchanged angry eyes. So I had to cut him off in order to not get rammed by this fucking truck, and Alex served justice, because when we got up to the truck, he screamed out the window, "What the fuck?" as we drove on. So I like to think justice was done. Normally it doesn't feel as satisfying if I can't, get a middle finger out there, or make eye contact with the driver when he just drives away knowing nothing.
Well, that's because you are the physical representation of anger when you drive.
Yeah, that's how I let it out.
Yeah.
You should see me by myself. I scream for the fuck of it. I'll shout in my car just because I know no one can hear me, and no one's there, so it's nice. It's just fun of no limits of just. But yeah, man, traffic. I hate it.
Traffic's...
I don't understand it. I hate it because I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
The sort of traffic where it's back to back and then the road just kind of goes like that, and everyone just fucking goes 60. Everyone just gets the message to fucking go. I don't understand. It's a goddamn mystery that I can't conquer ever.
And it just makes him more angry.
And it does. It's just like, why is everyone going? There wasn't even like an accident to stare at. It's just like, why?
That bend. That's a really intense 10-degree
There's like
bend.
no on-ramp or off-ramp, anything. It's just, oh, right, 60. And everyone just realizes it.
Getting angry about
Yeah,
it.
you're
Just
getting-
talking
You can
about
see
it.
the passion.
He's
There's
just talking
passion.
about it.
Insulting.
It's not anger, it's
Angry.
passion,
I
I'd
think
say.
you need a Snickers bar, dude.
There's no fucking Snickers around, so...
So eat, whatever. I heard his tooth crack just now, so I know he's in pain.
I seriously thought I could fit that in my mouth. There we go.
I don't know what this podcast is anymore.
What can you fit in your mouth?
Cool, so a whole turtle, ladies. I can get in my
Oh,
This podcast is going to turn into what's in my mouth.
God. No, you won't. Oh shit.
What have you been up
what
to,
have
man?
I been
I know
up to?
you've been having some car problems yourself.
Oh, yeah.
How's that new one though, the rental?
I got a rental right now, being
Yep.
paid for by the auto body shop. Shout out to Firestone, cool guys.
I need to go to you, Firestone. You seem like the men.
Yeah,
And women.
they're pretty
You
cool.
seem like women.
Yeah, pretty small.
What is it?
It's
It's not
a vehicle.
It's not a Prius.
It's a
is it?
vehicle.
What brand is it? Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Chevy.
What's
it's a
the
Chevy.
model?
You didn't
I
even
didn't
know it was
even
a
know
Chevy.
the brand. How do you think I'm gonna know the model? It's silver. It's a
Well,
silver
that's
one.
good. It's a silver Chevy.
How's it feel though? Like especially being that low, because for those of you who don't know, Brad drives like a Ford Explorer, pretty.
It's a pretty tall SUV, the old Doc Jones. Because Ford Explorer, Dr. Jones. You get it.
It's-
You get it.
It's funny on 2 levels actually,
2 levels.
because
Also because I call it Doc for short, which is another movie reference.
oh yeah, actually, I was just thinking Explorer because he's the Explorer, Dr. Jones, but also Ford because it's Harrison Ford who. It's funny in the actor and the character.
It's very leveled.
It's a very
Many
smart
levels.
joke.
Anyway, he's dead.
Technically,
right now.
it's very funny.
Yeah, technically the Doc is dead.
Ooh.
But they're working on him. Hopefully he'll come out of the surgery soon. I don't know when. They said that they'll hopefully get to it tomorrow.
Oh,
Or,
jeez.
get to look at it. So from there, who knows? That's alright. I mean, I'm getting like 60 miles to the gallon with this car,
That's
so
fucking dope.
I can't exactly complain.
Is it like is like the ride itself different? Can you tell? Like
Oh, it's smooth. Yeah. 13-year-old vehicle, definitely you feel it.
I've never had a car like that. I've driven like the nicest car I've ever driven was my stepmom's Mustang, and that was nice.
Mhm.
But it'd be so cool to have a car that's just, oh wow, I'm going? Fuck.
I mean, I'm totally lying when I say this because I signed a rental agreement saying that I'm the only one who's going to be driving the vehicle, but you can totally go and drive it after we're done here tonight.
Dope.
But that's
I
a
won't do
lie.
that,
Yeah.
Firestone.
That's a lie.
This
We
is
just end
going
the
on the
podcast
internet.
there.
This is going on the internet.
Internet. I don't know what that meant. What else? What else should we talk about?
Oh,
What's
my
been
car still has
going
that
on?
problem where it sounds like short swords are like clinging together when it drives.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah, the back tire of the Doc clicks for some reason. Don't know why.
I saw a car going though. Like it's always nice when I can see a car on the road that I'm like, well, at least my car's not that bad. And in this case, it was a car going up the hill, but his back right tire was just like the entire. It looked like it was this close to fucking falling
Someone
off.
didn't tighten those lug nuts.
Exactly.
Alright. Well, what, if you could choose, would be your ideal car?
I think I still. Oh fuck! Actually, I don't know because after driving the Trailblazer around for a bit, it's a really nice change of pace to be in a bigger car.
Mm-hmm.
But for the longest time, I'd go a step lower and say fucking Mini Cooper, stick shift Mini Cooper, like a little go kart, which I still want. But I see now as an adult how impractical that'd be.
Oh, no, I'm asking totally impractical choice.
Oh,
Just-
totally.
Yeah, you could have your ducats and
You could drive the Oscar or Weenie Mobile.
the Weenie Mobile. That'd be pretty cool. I saw that in the parking lot of the mall a couple months ago. It was just parked
Either that new Rick Mobile that's been showing up everywhere, or a Mini Cooper S. That's the turbo
with the British
version.
flag on top of it.
Again, back when I wanted it, yeah, but I don't think I'd go for that. I think at the very least I'd go for like the British rear view mirrors or side view mirrors or the actual rear view mirror. But yeah, definitely turbocharge that shit and maybe even make it a Clubman. So you get like that extra half door in the back. It's kind of nice. It's got it's cool on the inside though for two reasons. It's got like mood lights that you can change, which is a distraction, I would think. I feel like that's illegal. But the other thing is like the window controls and stuff are all switches up here. So you get to like feel like you're controlling the Millennium Falcon a little bit.
That's kind of cool.
Exactly. It's just like and also like I'm all about speed, of course, and there's a big ass like you get a speedometer and your normal instruments, and then there's like a big ass fucking speedometer on the center console, so you can show all your friends how fast you're going.
Updates to Twitter.
I think within that there's a smaller screen, but
I think that's what this rental has. It doesn't actually have a speedometer level. It's just the readout.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I always liked that more.
That's the only cool thing about it, really. It doesn't even have the Bluetooth, so.
Oh,
and
really?
It doesn't have a CD player, so I'm kind of like fucked on all levels.
It doesn't have any place for you to.
No USB ports.
God
no.
damn! Even Mom's rental Prius had like something.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I can listen to the radio. I'm only in it for give or take an hour a day.
I actually left my tape deck thing that I use to plug my phone in my mom's car. So that was kind of a solemn day today. Just radio.
Well, today at work, actually, I was coming back from my final run, and I'm stopped at a red light, and the radio in the truck just turns off.
Not good. Never good.
Hit the power button again. Doesn't turn on. Just doesn't work.
And this is in the rental.
No, this is my work truck.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Work truck. So.
Oh, no.
Told Soups about it once I got back. Went to lunch, came back. He gave me a pair of needle nose pliers, and I went out and rifled through the fucking manual of the truck. Found the fuse layout page. Found which one was for the radio. Popped it in the panel. Took it out. Didn't look shot or burnt or anything like that. Gave it a little blow, just like you do with an NES. Plugged it back in. Still nothing. But that, at least at that point, made the USB port work again, because that stopped working as well, which is the only thing I really need, because I need to be able to have my phone charged all day with the GPS.
Yeah. Fucking Seattle streets, man. In that big-ass truck, fuck that.
Well, it's the Seattle streets I've actually gotten down by now. I could get pretty much anywhere without the GPS. It's just the farther runs. Or if I have to go to West Seattle, because West Seattle sucks.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every fucking street is like 3 options to go 4 different directions.
Yeah.
And the GPS can never tell you, be in the 3rd lane, or that. No.
So you have to figure that out as the intersection comes up.
Yeah, and it's usually wrong. So the trips out there usually take an extra 20 minutes, which, But, yeah.
Because, of course, you can't just, like, turn. It's like, okay, well, now go a mile out of your way to...
Yeah. Especially over there. Anyway. So, yeah, it still doesn't turn on, but the USB port works. But, fun thing, after I plug the fuse back in, is if the key is turned, you just get a nice little static white noise coming out of the speakers of the truck.
Oh, jeez.
So, I get to deal with that for a couple more days before they can bring it into the shop.
Is there an actual shop there, or do they have, like, a deal with the shop nearby?
We use nearby.
Okay.
Things, just depending on what truck it is, because we have trucks we made from different...
peoples.
Yeah. We've got... Mine's a Ford F550, and then we have international trucks for the longer ones. Yeah.
And you have one of the baby ones, too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Mine is
Truck's
the same
so
size
big.
of the other smallest one, which is just a 1-ton, 12-foot flatbed.
Goddamn.
lift capability to do dump loads, which is fun. I had one of those today, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Didn't turn out as well as it usually does because I'm setting up for the dump. I'm like, okay, just drop it and it'll be good. Just go right there. And I look up and I see that there's a cluster of power lines like right above where the bed needs to go up to. So I couldn't go to the maximum height. I had to go to like a 45-ish degree angle, just enough for it to actually slide and hit the ground. And then from there, I just pull forward usually, and the stuff drops off. This time I pulled forward and half of the load came off, but the other half unit, which took up like half of the bed, just stayed on and dragged against the ground for about 10 more feet and then dropped. So it was like sticking out in the street of this house that I lived to. So had to clip it open and move all 70 12-foot cedar planks like 10 feet. So that took...
Have you ever like done a dump and like the wood just fucking breaks when it hits the ground, or is it normally strong?
No, because usually if it's a dump run, it's in a big unit.
Okay.
So it's like a block of plywood, and the bands are on it. I've had bands break, so it hits the ground and then proceeds to just slide out in like a deck of card fashion. But
that's more of the receiving's problem.
Yeah, they're we're curbside. We're curbside delivery.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all that's been going on at my work. I never did my favorite car. Or ideal car. It would have to be the DeLorean.
DeLorean?
Yeah, it's hands down.
Like just a classic DeLorean, or would you
I mean,
want it souped up?
If I could make it
back?
Look like Doc Brown's DeLorean,
This is your dream car, man. It can be whatever you want.
That's definitely what I would want. But I don't know, DeLorean's cool enough, man. Those doors alone, that's really cool.
See the side doors?
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not much into cars, and I always go for like practicability and
no practicalness. I went with the Mini S.
Well, for me, like
with the DeLorean, he can carry 2 people, and that is it.
well, for me again, like I've never been like big into cars, and so I'm always like, because for the longest time I wanted a Scion IQ, which is like the smart car of Scions. Because I'm a small person, and I just really enjoy smaller cars that fit smaller people. Mm-hmm. And the IQ is the same way. You can only fit one other person other than the driver. And so I'm just like, that's perfect for me. But smart cars are like $12,000, and I'm just like, But I don't know. I've always just wanted a really small car, but I don't want a stick shift, so I can't get a Mini.
Well, they have minis in
automatic.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
You can get a Mini like any way you want.
Because I drive a 2001 Chevy Lumina with 89,000 on it. Which isn't that bad for a 2001 car.
89,000?
89,000.
Yeah.
89,000.
I'm almost at 200,000.
Yeah, the Doc's in 04 and he's at 180.
And I have this little sticker on the thing says Jiffy Lube. Next oil change should be at like this mileage. I'm way over. I think it's like 146 something thousand miles. I'm like at 160,000.
It's like $30. $30 to get an oil change.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can also do it yourself. You know how to do that. But, I drive a 2001 Chevy Lumina with 89,000 on it, which is fine and dandy, like, but, again, if I had an ideal car, it'd probably be, like, a smart car, or, like, just a little car. I just prefer tiny cars.
Would you want one of those cars? Do you remember the original Nintendo Wii commercials?
No.
We would like to.
Exactly. Those Japanese show up in that tiny... Japanese men show up in the... I said, like, those Japanese show up in the... It just sounds racist. But they show up in... fuck. I don't even know what the fuck that car is, but it's a tiny little 2-door, no trunk almost. It looks like just a half circle of a car.
I don't know what they're called, but I'm always, like, into small cars. If I had my ideal car, it'd be a small car. Just a tiny one. Because I'm all about tiny. So
like, just 2 seats. How much trunk space we talking about?
I'm one person. I don't need a lot.
Okay, so you want like one of those like tricycle things
like
that
smart...
we see.
No, I don't want that. Like those super spy cars. No, I'm not about it. I'd much rather have just a smart car's fine. They have big they have big steering wheels too, and I'm so about that. Like their steering wheels are so like it sounds bad. Their steering wheels are so thick, and I'm so about it. It's
grab onto something.
I'm so about it because like I feel so much more in control of a car when the steering wheel isn't like thin. Like it sounds like, it's like a weird thing, but it's such a preference for me.
So I feel like I'm more in control of a car when it is smaller. Like driving with the Trailblazer to the Taurus back to back. Like I feel way more in control of the Taurus than the Blazer. Like anytime I take a turn in the Blazer, I feel like it could roll over, which rollover is obviously higher, but just not as much as the fucking tiny car where I'm like on the fucking road and like every movement I do, I feel like immediately. Whereas like it feels like if I turn a little bit, it has to go through the entire car almost before.
But
Yeah, I just prefer to be high up.
At the same time, though, high up is nice. I'm so
but
fucking
yeah,
sick of
I'm
not
so
being able to
little,
see the
so-
light behind a fucking sedan.
And also, I don't like standing out of a car. I like to be able to fall out of my seat and hit the floor.
It's because you're so
That's fair.
tall, though.
Yeah.
It's because you're so tall. Like, for me, getting out of a smart car is just, like, walking out of it. But if I get out of, like, your car or out of a truck or anything, like, I literally, like, I need help. Because I'm so far off the ground from me. Because I'm so short.
It is nice to fall out. That is a perk.
Like,
Although it is fun in my car too, because I'll open the door and like just kind of ball up and just like pull myself out. Like I'm getting out of a cockpit.
I was like that issue the other day. I was in a Cadillac. I had an Uber the other day. It was a Cadillac Escalade. Those things are tall, by the way, and you don't realize it until you have to get out of one.
Wow.
And it was so far, and I thought I was gonna fall and just like fall flat on my face because I was so high off the ground.
Which is the
And it
worst,
was-
because nothing's more embarrassing than falling on your face getting out of a car. Like,
Well, the worst part
it's
is
something
that-
How drunk
it's something
are you?
people don't do unless they're drunk.
But I was so nervous I was gonna fall after getting out of this Uber, and I was like, "This is gonna be a shit show." I just know it. But that's why I like tiny cars, because they fit me and I fit them. So
Alright, so in this epic race we're going to have, it's the DeLorean versus two very small vehicles.
Well,
yeah.
it's an undefined small vehicle and then a Mini Cooper
A
S.
smart car.
Possibly.
A smart
You can't
car.
just say a smart car now. Like back then, when like a smart car was like the smart car, which
There
is
is
one
the
I
smart car.
not anymore. I'd say.
There is. It's a brand. It's not like a type of car. It's a brand.
Oh really?
Yeah, the smart brand.
Oh okay. And it is the car I'm thinking of then.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the little Tykes looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wii car.
Yeah.
Dope.
Either way, I think I'm winning the race.
Nah, mine's for
Mainly
racing.
because
Mine's made for racing.
you said you're going to get a stick shift and you're not
But
good
then
at
again, your
stick.
car's from the 80s. It might
I'm
need some
pretty okay at stick.
I only have to get it to 88 and then I can go wherever I want and win immediately.
And
work.
minis
How
make
long
stick
is it
shift
gonna
so
take you
easy.
to get to 88 with a car from 80? Because it's not a parking lot like in the movie.
Well, where are we racing?
We live in Washington. We can race anywhere.
I assume we're racing in the quarry from Greece.
The quarter. That's
That's where I see us racing for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it'd be a fair competition between our cars, but
I wouldn't care that much. I'm like, eh. I'm like, it's okay.
Lenny will just lose a race being like, I'm happy I'm in this car.
Just drive
It fits
the-
me and I fit it.
Just drive the other way.
Oh, man. Alright. Cool. We did it.
I know you're in a tiny car and everything too, but for some reason when I picture you driving, it's like in
I'm not like
180,
a grandma.
you're-
I just say like
Like
I'm
you're looking
like
between
really
the steering
far
wheel
out.
and the dashboard out the windshield.
Like the car that I drive now, I have to sit really close to it because even when all my seat's all the way up to it, there's so much space between me and the actual steering wheel, and so like I'm like this, like I feel like such a toddler, but but like I always put my hands on the bottom of the steering wheel because it's easier for me to drive there because it's angled in my car. The steering wheel is angled,
So I
and
always-
so like I'm like this.
I always got like that. Like I got
You
one
got, like,
arm
the
and it's
gangster
and it's
arm.
usually crossed over. Like if I'm driving with my left arm, it's crossed on the right, like upper right hand side of
You
it.
just see me drive, like I'm like this usually. But yeah,
We crashed. We
the
both
point
turned
is
right into
I'm
each other
tiny.
there.
That's what I'm trying to make. The point is I'm small and drive small cars. So.
All right. So, any vehicle dealerships that want to hook us up for free sponsorship?
Yeah.
I will drive all
Ford,
your
Chevy.
Brennan's phone number is 253-48. Okay. We will see you next week with Post Credits Podcast.
Where we talk about Schwonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Probably for a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably for
Other
all of
stuff
it.
too.
I don't know. That's next week. I might have time to go watch it in time.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But until then,
All right. Yeah. I'm
we'll see
Brad.
y'all later. I'm Brennan.
I'm Bunny.
Yeah.
That's Alex.
Tech over there.